And this transitions me to think about group work, because this is something a lot of students struggle with also. But when I look at a firm like yours, I can see that it's running off teamwork. And not to say that you guys are individually useless, but all these different components running together make the business run like an engine.
Yes.
So teamwork is what is driving success. So obviously group work isn't something that is meant to be holding individuals back. That's what kind of most students tend to think. It should be something to move you forward. Do you mind talking a little bit about the importance of teamwork at Laney of Laney and how you've been able to bring everyone together on that same level?
Yeah, and I think the more that the academic realm and the professional realm can learn from one another, the better. That's why I'm motivated to connect with guys like you. I think that one of the negative tendencies in architecture school is it tends to reward those who stand out, right? And that's just the way it is. Like if you pin up 30 students' work, right, there tends to be the most reward for the ones that appear the most different in a way. And I feel like in the profession, sometimes that's a useful tip. You need to know how to stand out appropriately. But in terms of group work, boy, I tell you, all day long, I would choose the teammate who makes the team look better than the individual look better. That's why I think I have the best 12 people you could find. And that's important. And that doesn't quite come through, right? Because at the end of the day, in architecture school, you care about your own grade. You don't technically care about your colleague's grade, right? So there's a little bit of friction there. But if you're able to leave a reputation among the 100, let's say, architecture students that you're in school with, that is the real value, right? A reputation is worth more than silver or gold, right? To quote the Old Testament. So yes, teamwork matters. And I feel like one of the commitments that makes us different than other firms that we compete against is when a client interviews me and says, why should I hire you guys, right? They will often see that we're doing a lot of projects and they'll say, Anthony, what is your personal involvement? You better be involved and not just hand me off to someone. And I say, with your permission, I'd like to explain how our business model might be different than you expect. And I'll say, when I launched the company, I was a one-man band. I was a two-man band with my wife. I did everything. Right now, I'm a conductor. Right? I've got many people playing different instruments. And so if you're asking me to play every role in your project, I am not the right fit for you. But if you want to hire us because we have mastered a creative process that guarantees client delight, then you need to let us work the way we're working. And I'm going to introduce you to multiple personalities who do what they do in order to create this gorgeous outcome and a delightful process. That's how it works. So they say, okay, well, what's your role? And I said, my number one role is unblocking my team. They don't know what that means, so I usually don't say it. What I tell them I do is, and I believe this is true, is I make sure that the premise of the project is appropriate. In other words, the things that my designers are focusing on is the most meaningful thing. I do not design our projects. That's a little bit embarrassing to say. It's not the most attractive marketing slogan. I prepare an environment so that our designers can do their best work. And I just know that is very different than how a lot of firms operate, where the guys at the top, the guys and gals at the top do the sketches and they trickle it down. That's just not how we work.